So let's imagine you're at your favorite store and notice that while empty shelves have been empty, a fresh shipment of your favorite snacks just arrived, and people are rushing to grab them. That's exactly what's happening in the Boise housing market right now. Despite mortgage interest rates still stubbornly above 7%, fresh new listings are easing the chronic inventory shortage, and buyers are beginning to gain more leverage. Today, we're asking, is Boise finally following the trend highlighted by the recent Wall Street Journal article? Let's break it all down with data from Ada and Canyon counties and explain everything in plain language. But before we dive in, make sure to hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and click the bell icon so you never miss out on market updates right here on this channel. And if you're new here and thinking about making a relocation right here to our area, please click in the description below, download my free relocation guide, or just scan the QR code right over here to my left. Trust me, it is helpful information if you're looking to relocate right here to the greater Boise, Idaho area. Now let's get into the numbers in plain English. Over the past 6 months, our data shows that in Ada County, active listings dropped from 1,781 in August of 2024 to 1,256 in January of 2025. Now imagine that a supermarket once stocked 1,781 items on its shelves, but now only has 1,256. That's a 30% decrease. In Canyon County, the drop is from 1,136 to 901. That's about a 21% decline. Fewer homes on the market usually means buyers have to be quicker and more decisive because the options are limited. But here's where it gets interesting. Even as the total number of homes shrink, the market isn't stalling. In Ada County, pending contracts, which represents homes that buyers made offers on, dropped slightly before rebounding sharply to 1,102 in January. It's like seeing a clearance rack at a store. Even though overall selection is getting smaller, new items keep getting put out, and eager shoppers grab them quickly. Similarly, in Canyon County, pendings rose to 677 in January after dipping earlier. This tells us that buyers are jumping in on opportunities as soon as new homes hit the market. Now let's break this down even further with some everyday examples. Imagine you're shopping for a car, even if the dealership has fewer cars overall. If brand new models just rolled in, you might be able to negotiate a better deal because the dealer wants to move that new car quickly. And that's what's happening here. While there are fewer homes overall, fresh listings create a moment of urgency. Buyers seeking these new opportunities make quick offers, which is why pending transactions have surged, even though the actual number of homes sold lags a bit behind. So think of it as a tug of war. On one side, high mortgage rates have been holding buyers back like a stubborn anchor. But on the other side, fresh listings and a surge in pending contracts are pulling the rope towards buyers. The Wall Street Journal mentioned this balance, where new inventory begins to ease the pressure of a tight market. And our data from both Ada and Canyon counties supports that idea. Now, what does this mean for you if you're thinking about buying or selling? Let's start with buyers. With inventory shrinking, every new listing becomes a hot ticket, even though mortgage rates remain high. So if you're pre-approved and ready to act fast, you might negotiate better terms. For instance, you could ask the seller to cover some of your closing costs or lower the price slightly because the seller wants to close a deal quickly in a competitive environment. It's like finding a rare bargain at a clearance sale. You have the advantage of timing. But it isn't all smooth sailing because the mortgage interest rates are high and are still a challenge. This means higher monthly payments even if you negotiate a lower price. And while pending contracts are surging, the fact that actual sales are lagging tells us that some transactions are stalling. This might be due to financial hurdles or delays in the closing process, much like when you order something online and it takes longer than expected to arrive, even though you've already placed your order. For sellers, this picture is a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, you have fewer homes on the market and generally allow you to command a higher price because there's less competition. But on the other, with buyers being more cautious at the final sale stage, evidenced by the gap between pending and closed deals, you might need to adjust your strategy. For example, if your home has been on the market for a while, it could be wise to reevaluate your price or offer incentive, like covering a portion of the closing costs to speed up the sale. Think of it like a restaurant offering a discount on a slow evening to attract more diners. Now let's take a moment to think about what happens if the market's inventory shifts even more. If inventory slows down further, that is, if even fewer homes come on the market, the competition among buyers will get only fiercer. In simple terms, fewer options mean buyers might have to bid higher or settle for less favorable terms, which could drive prices even higher and give sellers more power. On the flip side, if inventory picks up and more homes become available, buyers will have a wider selection. This could ease pressure, meaning sellers might have to lower their asking prices or offer extra incentives to close a deal. It's like a seesaw. When there are very few homes, every listing becomes a hot commodity. But if the shelves start to fill up again, buyers suddenly have more choices and the negotiation power increases. So thinking about it again this way, if you have a car dealership, if only one model is available, buyers might compete and drive up the price. But if the dealership suddenly has a whole lineup of options, you can shop around for the best deal. And that's exactly how inventories can tip the balance in our housing market right here in Boise. So to sum it up, the data in both Ada and Canyon counties show a clear trend. In Ada County, active listings have dropped nearly 30%, and in Canyon County, about 21%. Meanwhile, pending contracts have rebounded significantly, 1,102 in Ada and 677 in Canyon, which means that buyers are actively competing for those fewer homes. And although actual sales are still catching up, the market dynamics indicate that some buyers are starting to gain some negotiation power, even though high mortgage rates remain a challenge. So if you're a buyer, now might be the time to be proactive, get your financing in order, and stay alert for new listings, and be ready to negotiate. And if you're a seller, consider pricing your home realistically and be open to incentives to close the deal faster. For more insights like these, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and click on the notification icon so you never miss an update. And if you're planning a move or just curious about Boise living, download my free relocation guide that can be found in the link below, or just scan the QR code right over here to my left. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. And whether you're buying, selling, or investing, understanding these trends can make all the difference. I'm Mike Petras with MPRE Boise, and I'll see you at the next update as we continue to break down and navigate the Boise housing market together. Stay savvy, Boise. God bless. And I look forward to the day that I call you my neighbor.